So this tent has been put through its paces, I'll tell you what. I have to say, very impressed with it. Value for money, outstanding, off the charts. Well, morning campers, hope you guys are doing well out there. Thought a quick update from the campsite, specifically on the tent itself, the Tentco rooftop tent, which I think I've done one before, a while ago. I thought this is another quick review showing you everything about it and why we're so impressed with it. I think to start off we need to explain that this is probably the cheapest roof tent out there. This one was 500 euros, 550 for the 2.4 by 1.4. You can see the design is quite simple. And this one is 10 years old. Can you believe that? What I specifically wanted to go through was the inside and show you how it's all made, and something that happened a couple of months ago. So yeah, you can see it's a very simple design. One, let's call it a metal rod holding out the sides, two on the front. So here we have a quite substantial fly mesh. These tents are made in Johannesburg in South Africa. So everything needs to be kind of Africa proof, I guess you could say, right? So here's the canvas. It's pretty tough stuff. I mean, look at the top. It's got a bit of a gap there, which helps with the heat and also with the rain. So inside it's quite high. I'm sitting on my knees here. You can see I think it's about 1.2 high. A lot of space, a lot of length, 2.4 meters. We've got these two little things here. And there's another one here for all your stuff, your keys and stuff. There's little bungees here, which you hook, and that pulls the canvas in when you fold the tent again. It doesn't work very well, but it's there. Two very big windows here for ventilation. Fly mesh, you can open everything, which is really nice. But you try and keep close to the bugs. The zippers all very good, still working well. This stuff is very tough. No leaks, it hasn't leaked ever. It doesn't really get much condensation either, which some other roof tents do. Anyway, it works well. The mattress, I think that's about 6 to 8 centimeters thick. It has sagged a little bit, it doesn't have much support. So what we've done, got one of these things, one of these self-inflatable 2-3 centimeter ones, and it just makes the difference. Now it's perfectly comfortable. It's been living outside, it's been on the car a lot, it's been in the winter, freezing cold, and you think that would, you know, eat away at the canvas, but it's all held up pretty well. It's been in Corsica, and we had a video about Corsica which you might want to watch. It was a very nice trip. There was like a mini hurricane the one night, and I would kid you not, this was seriously very bad, very high winds. And what happened was we had parked on the beach in total open area, and the back of the tent was facing towards the wind. So there, with these gusts of wind, we were trying to sleep. It was pitch black. It's about 2 a.m. and the gusts of wind picked up the whole tent and tried to fold it like a clamshell with us in it. It was frightening as ever, I tell you what. I mean, if something like that happens to you, you're trying to get squashed by the wind. And at least the gust, when it stopped, put the tent down, closed it all up and slept inside the car for the rest of the evening. But yeah, getting pushed back and then whacked down, back down onto the ground. I think this happened 3 or 4 times. Nothing broke, everything's still okay. So that gives you some idea of the strength of the tent, even though it's very simply made, I guess. And the materials are not the highest quality, but they're pretty good. So yeah, inside is quite agreeable. It's obviously getting warmer now, starting to perspire because of the heat, the sun. So yeah, we've been using the inside of the car for the last year or so, traveling. We did our whole Spanish holiday, another video I did, love doing those things. And we slept the whole time inside the car, so we didn't have the roof tent on the car. And this roof tent was just put at the back of the property and kind of forgotten about, and it just lay there in torrential rains, stifling heat, the whole thing. It's been put through its paces. So yeah, one thing that did happen while it was there, a boulder fell on it. Look here. I can't get this back. It's like solid. It's not gonna go back to where it should be. But look at that, the whole thing had just cracked. And in fact, where the two pieces meet, that whole section, that thin metal strip, it bent up at an angle like this. And I'll show you when we close it, but I had to take a ratchet strap, tie it onto the tow bar, and try and pull the tent back to try and get it back a little bit level so they'll clip into each other. So this thing's been put through its paces, man, and it's still there. It's not all good news, obviously. A couple of minus points I have to point out is it creaks a bit, especially at the back there when you're climbing on it. I don't know if you can hear that. A bit of creaking going on. I think all of them do that. It's pretty heavy, I'll tell you. This is about 56 kilos for one person. It's a bit of a mission, but I managed to get it done. Here's the main negative point. The ladder. See how it's just put on there? And these rungs are not level, they're at this angle because it's literally been made like that. Bit of a pain to get up and down, but hey, it's still there, man. I can't believe it. So, something for all you landy owners out there. If you own a Defender, you're gonna need these extensions. So it's about that much. That's how much it extends. And these holes, you're gonna have to drill them yourself. And these you are separately ordered from, I think, also from Tentco. And this thing is another little bit of a negative point. You can see how beaten up it is, but it's still waterproof. What it is just a cord that runs around inside like a bungee cord, and that wraps around the bottom of the tent. So there's no zippers, there's just a loose cover. It wraps around the bottom of the tent, and it's got a couple of straps to hold it down as well. And the other side is, when you close it, it doesn't close very flat. So what we've done is added one of these boys, just to get the front of it nice and closed, especially with the extra mattress in there, or if you leave your sleeping bag in. And what that does, it just gives it a bit more flatness, so you can get the cover on properly, which is quite nice. So yeah, we'll take it down and we can have a further look as we go. This thing here was starting to come open on this side and that side. So I put these bolts in here to try and close it up a bit. And that has helped a little bit with the creaking. This is where it cracked when the boulder came down. This is where I put the ratchet strap. And I just beat on it with a hammer to help it a little bit into submission to get it flat again, because it wasn't going flat no matter how hard I stood on it, and I'm not the lightest guy around. What I was actually quite surprised about is that these are the exact tents that are used by the travel companies in South Africa. 4x4 travel companies, you can hire a 4x4, travel into darkest Africa. Did one on Botswana, a video. And these are the same tents. So yes, if I say Africa proof, they are Africa proof. Actually, what I'm trying to say here is, if you're in the market for a roof tent, the cheapest one is actually not bad. Everybody writes it off and invests a little more. Sure, you have a little more detailing, but for the money, for the strength, for what it's made of, what has been put through, I can recommend it. Definitely, man, go for it. Let's see how we take it down. This strap is needed around the front, as I explained earlier, and that's just to get the front nice and tightly strapped down. So here you can see how bent that is. That thing was up here and it wasn't budging, so I strapped it with a ratchet strap, and here we have.
It just keeps it nice and tight. Oh, there we go. I love these makeshift straps. It's obviously broken and Marcel's just tied a knot. But it works, it does the job. There we go. Cool.
So those are the one things that did break on the tent. Are these straps at the front here?
Yeah.
Probably through all the weathering. But there we have it, man. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Keep rolling out there, stay safe during this time. We're still not out of it. Hope you guys are okay. So catch you on the next one guys. Keep rolling.